Welcome to the Loveseat Podcast. Ladies, it's time to talk about love, life, and everything in between. Get ready for transparency, inspiring stories, expert advice, and exclusive interviews. This is the Loveseat Podcast.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Loveseat Podcast. We are so excited that you have joined in with us tonight for season 3. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that it's already season 3 of the Loveseat Podcast. And we have all of our original co-hosts still with us. That's so exciting. I am your host, Corinda Dion, and I am joined by some phenomenal women who do phenomenal things and just on the move in a phenomenal way. That's going to be my word tonight, I guess. And they are helping all of us, myself included, to keep our hearts up. So if this is your first time joining into the Loveseat Podcast, where have you been? I'm just saying you have missed out. But if you go to our YouTube page, if you follow us, even us personally, you can get caught up on all of our previous episodes and all of the great work that we have been doing. So with that being said, I do want to introduce our co-hosts for tonight. We have the beautiful Rose Sacante. Hey, Rose. Welcome back. Oh my God. Yes. And we also have the beautiful Andrea Hayes. Hey, Andrea. Hey. I got to get my heart right. I'm going to get it right one of these seasons, y'all. Just keep praying. And last but not least, we have the beautiful Coach Pam. Hey, Coach Pam. Hey. Welcome back. Y'all, I feel like it's been forever since we have seen each other. So how are you all doing? Rose, let me start with you. How are you doing today?
I am doing amazing.
Yeah.
I am. It's been a great day, and I'm doing very well. Glad to be back on.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And much love to our producer, Ron. Let me put my heart up. I mean, he is like on it, always just ready, willing, and able to make sure we have a great show. So be sure to definitely tune in with us. Stay with us for the whole show. It's going to be awesome. Be sure to comment, ask your questions. Andrea, how are you? Welcome back.
Hi. I've been very busy today. Busy as a bee.
Okay, y'all. So we keep it real here at the Loveseat Podcast. Let me tell y'all something backstage, right? Because sometimes, you don't get the full story. So she's not going to mind. Let me tell you something backstage. So we were getting ready for the Loveseat Podcast. And so StreamYard, Coach Pam, I hadn't forgot about you. I'm coming to you. StreamYard has this feature, one, where you can, they can touch you up. I'm like, okay, touch me up. So we all excited, we're getting touched up. And so Ron, our producer, he was telling us, showing us different views on, how we can be angled tonight. And so he said, here's a close-up view. And Andrea was like, oh, no, not tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight, just saying. So we just laughed. Laughter is good medicine for you. So we had a ball laughing at that. But anyway, Coach Pam, how are you? Welcome back. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Had a good day. I chilled pretty much, meditated, and prepared.
Okay. Just a meditator?
Yes.
Okay.
Just breathing, meditating, and
chill. Okay, Coach Pam. I love it. Coach Pam, your grandbaby's turning 1 next month.
And I went and saw her today. I forgot. I went and saw her today before I came back.
She will be 1. Can y'all believe that? I remember when Coach Pam was talking about her, like when she was just born. And now she's turning 1. So congrats to you, Coach Pam. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Now, is she allowed to call you grandma, or what's your name?
Mimi.
Oh, Mimi. Okay. I know it's different.
That's what it's going to be, Mimi.
I know that's right. So, ladies, let's talk really quick about summer. Let's recap summer. We took a break over the summer, and we spent some time just with family, with friends. We were all, I think, pretty busy. So let's recap really quick about summer. So, Rose, I'll let you go first. How do you want to recap summer? What would you say?
It was not what I expected. So I can recap it in that way. It was not what I expected. But you know what?
Listen, my tea almost did something that was not respectful. It was not what you expected, Rose.
Not what I expected, but it ended up, coming together to be a very nice summer.
Good.
But it definitely was not. I had to go through some things physically and get better, but
So listen, real quick, because I know that's how you're wrapping it up. But my question is for our audience and those who may have had some unexpected experiences this summer. How did you balance? Like, what did you do? How did you bounce back? How did you balance that?
Truly just a lot of prayer. I mean, you just have to ask God, to do what he's going to do and trust the process.
Yeah.
And know that it's for your good. I mean, that's the only thing I can say when you get, when you feel like you got knocked out, you got to understand that you are not down for the count, that God is fighting that battle on your behalf.
Ooh.
Good.
Amen to that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. I like that. Coach Pam, I'm going to go to you next because I want to piggyback on you were talking about how you did some meditation. I mean, you glowing tonight. I mean, I told you, I said, Coach Pam, you real cute tonight. But you were talking about meditation, and I actually did like a 10-minute meditation yesterday, and I saw three things in like three different layers. Okay, so the first, when I was sitting still, laying still, and just in that place, taking some deep breaths and where my mind was. So the first thing I saw was a butterfly, right? And then the next thing I saw was an eagle, right? And then the third thing I saw was a lioness. So I was like, okay. So I journaled that. I don't know what all God is saying there or how he's unpacking that. But literally, I saw butterfly, eagle, lioness in that order, literally, in my meditation. So I don't know, but I thought that was powerful.
Sound like you're resilient. You're getting ready to fly. You sound like you're very resilient and getting ready to
fly. Come on, speak it, Coach Pam, speak it. Getting ready to fly.
God raising you up.
Yeah, God raising me up, right? I said, well, maybe I'm going through the process to soar in order to conquer, or order to take authority, or order to have victory. I don't know, but I'm like, Lord, keep revealing. But that's good, Coach Pam.
Do
it, Lord. Coach Pam, recap summer for us. How was summer for you? What all did you do?
It was good. It was good. I went on a cruise, had some fun in the sun, and I also went to Vegas on a trip. So I enjoyed myself and spent time with my granddaughter some to watching her grow.
That's cool. That's cool. That's what's up. So did you now I'm not good about doing this. I don't know if you all are, because you said you were in the sun and had some fun time in the sun. Are you good with putting on your SPF and sunscreen and that kind of stuff? Because I'm horrible about doing that, and I need to get better.
I try to remember. I bring it with me. So some days I do, and some days I don't.
Okay, but you do have it with you.
I have something. I do have it.
Okay. How about you, Rose and Andrew? Do y'all remember to put your sunscreen and stuff on? Yeah, I'm bad.
I do if I'm going to the beach.
You do. That's good. That's good. Y'all, now this is not sun, but do y'all remember growing up back in the day and going to cookouts and either your mama, auntie, somebody would spray y'all down with that stuff so the mosquitoes don't bite you?
Skin So Soft by Avon.
Lord, Skin So Soft. Who still got Skin So Soft? Anybody still got?
Anybody still sell Avon?
Anybody still sell Avon?
I thought about it.
Make sure you got Skin So Soft. I'm telling you, they would put that Skin So Soft on your tail. Oh my gosh.
It worked though.
It did. And I still remember how that stuff smelled. Y'all remember how that stuff smells? I remember that. Anyway, all right, y'all. All right, let me stay focused. We recapping summer. Andrea, recap summer. How was your summer?
I had some roller coaster moments.
Yeah.
I had some great moments as well. My oldest went to Japan, y'all.
Oh.
So he is 17. He went to Japan without us. He was gone 12 days.
Wow.
Wow.
How
How did you handle that?
Huh?
How did you handle that?
I actually did pretty good. When he was on this first flight going to Japan, flying over, I was a little bit nervous. I'm like, okay, did he get there? And I was nervous about that. But once he landed, I was good. And then on the way back, I was fine. He did trick me one time, though.
Uh-oh.
He took a picture. They have the Statue of Liberty in Japan.
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, look what I saw. Look where I'm at, Mom." And I was like, "Boy, what you doing in New York?" And he's like, "Gotcha. No, I'm not. I'm in Japan. They have a Statue of Liberty in Japan." I was like, "What? Oh, okay." Because I sure was.
Listen, I didn't know that. I learned something new tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, and we took the family to Puerto Rico. And the boys absolutely love that because they have a rainforest there. And we went horseback riding in the rainforest. So that
my goodness.
And we hiked down a little bit to go get in the water. They have a waterfall down there.
Okay.
So we were a little nervous, Black folks, I was not in the water. I was sitting on the rock. But my boys and my husband, they were getting in the water, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
The Hispanic culture, people, they were just all in the water.
All in it.
I was like, they were free. You could tell that they were just free. And I'm sitting here like,
Yeah. I feel you.
I wish I could be free like them.
I know. I feel you. I would be joining you right there on that rock. I don't know about all that, but that sounds like it was fun. I'm glad that your son had a great trip. He was able to go and return back home safely. That's always a blessing. How long is the flight? How long is the flight to Japan?
It's like a good 18 hours to get there. So he flew from Charlotte to Canada, from Canada to Japan.
Wow. Well, listen, we've got to see some pictures of that at some point, but thanks for sharing. Ladies, real quick, last summer, the summer prior, I didn't do anything. I felt so bored. But this summer, I was just busy as a bee. I mean, I went on a cruise. I went to the Ricky Smiley birthday bash. And yes, I love the Lord, but I did go to the 50 Cent concert. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of 50 Cent. He is on my playlist when I work. So he gave a great show. I had a ball. I did comedy, went to go see Earthquake. I mean, I just did some really fun things this summer. So I'm a little tired. I'm ready to sit it down. I'm ready to sit down. But I'm glad that we all had a safe, fun, and enjoyable summer, even if we did not get as much rest as we may have liked. I'm only speaking for myself, but at least we were vibrant. We were doing things, and even in the times where things happened that were unexpected, we are still here. We were able to bounce back, and prayer has made us even stronger. So, yay to summer of 2023. Oh my goodness. So now we are falling, right? Happy fall. So now we are falling in love. So I just want to quickly find out from you all, like, what are you falling in love with as fall has now blossomed and begun? So, Coach Pam, what are you falling in love with as we begin fall?
I'm going to begin to appreciate the little things in life. Pay attention to my wants and needs. Pray more often. And be more humble and thankful.
That's good.
And strive for better. Strive for better.
I like that. That's good, Coach Pam. That's good. That's a good thing to fall in love with. Striving for better. Yeah. Striving to be more grateful. Striving to stay humble. That's good. I like that. Okay, hearts up for that. I like that. All right, Rose, what are you falling in love with?
I am falling in love with just spending quality time with my husband and my granddaughter, my daughter, just really that type of time.
I love
It seems
it.
like with owning a business for so many years and then transitioning into the corporate type of work environment,
Yeah.
I never got off that treadmill. And so now it's really connecting with, and family as a
Yeah.
whole. Yeah,
I
that's
love
really
it.
what I'm falling in love with.
Ooh, hearts up to that. That's a good thing to fall in love with.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Andrea, okay, what are you falling in love with?
Definitely enjoying this weather because it was hot summer. It was really hot.
Yes.
I'm enjoying my son. This is his senior year. And
Oh,
so I'm just trying to enjoy the little moments with him. I can't believe he's 17. He's a senior. I'm like, technically next year you can move out of the house. So
girl.
instead of being like sad, I'm more like, oh, I appreciate
Yeah.
you being a great son. And so I'm just appreciating the young man that he's developing into. And he also I got an email from his teacher last week saying how he is just an awesome human being. And I was like, that's something excited to have your senior year and your teacher took the time out to email me and your dad about that. So I'm just enjoying being mommy.
Oh my gosh, much love. That is a great thing to fall in love with. Listen, if you are tuning in just now to the Loveseat Podcast, we are so happy that you are here. Here at the Loveseat Podcast, we are embracing how to love ourselves freely, fully, and unconditionally. And we're here to help you keep your heart up. And we are talking about right now, what are you falling in love with as the fall season has begun? What are you falling in love with? So y'all, I'm all over the place, okay? But just flow with me. Y'all know how I am. I'm all over the place. But there's three things that I'm falling in love with for the fall. All right. I am falling in love with rest. Praise God. Praise God for that. Falling in love with rest. I am falling in love with less is more, which is really big for me. Really, really big for me. If you all understand when I say less is more, right? I'm falling in love with that. I'm falling in love with just less is more, going the flow, not feeling like it has to be always, so much. It doesn't have to be that way all the time. And I am falling in love with boxing.
Wow.
So, real quick, I just started taking boxing classes, maybe about, I don't know, almost a month now. Yo, I am loving it. Now, I am not getting ready to be a boxer. I'm not adding that to the list of things. Don't y'all be like, Lord, now she's gonna be in the ring fighting. No. But I am learning the art of boxing as well as, getting a good full workout. And it's a great stress reliever. I mean, an awesome stress reliever. I will have an image or images, when I'm punching that bag. I'm telling y'all, I come out.
You ready to knock somebody out, huh?
Coach Pam, listen.
Your nickname Rocky.
Okay. I'm telling you that butterfly to that eagle to that lion. I'm telling you, something is up. I'm coming out like, as Andrew, not today. Not today. I'm telling y'all. So I'm going to have to there's one other girl in the class. I'm going to have to get some pictures or maybe some video. We'll have to share. I know y'all can be like, I got to see this for myself. But I'm telling y'all, I got my pink boxing gloves and I'm falling in love with it. I'm falling in love. So anyway, I'm so glad we got a chance to recap summer and to talk about what we are falling in love with as the fall season begins. And so I'm excited on how all of that will unfold. So to our listening audience, viewing audience, we definitely want to share with you some information on how you can be a part of the Loveseat Podcast. And Andrea is going to give you more information because hey, this is a great platform where you can showcase and share your business. So as soon as Ron gets that up, we'll talk about how you can be a part of the Loveseat Podcast.
All right. So this is your opportunity to join the Loveseat. We would love for you to come on the show, advertise your business. If you have a book, a song, if you're an artist, this is a great way for you to come on and people can learn about what you do. And we can share with our audience and just get that information to you. So reach out to us, to Corinda. She'll be the one to help you sign up for the Loveseat, and we can ask you some questions, and people get to know who you are and what you represent.
Yes, thank you. Yes, and it's a great platform. We're in season 3. We are strong. We are standing strong, going strong, moving forward. So why not be a part of a wonderful platform? And just so you know, even right now, tonight, right now, we are live, showcasing, broadcasting on 11 different platforms. Okay, so I'm just saying you need to be a part. And I know some of you may have been expecting to hear from our guest, Tyler Alexis. Unfortunately, she was not able to be with us tonight, but she will be with us for our next show. And so just stay tuned for that as we are able to interview her and talk about her new single, Did You Know? So definitely contact us if you would like more information on advertising. Now, we are getting into some good stuff. And I'm excited to hear what Coach Pam has to share with us. So just so if you're new to the Loveseat Podcast, I like for our co-hosts to bring it, and they do. They have wonderful material and information that they bring to you all and to myself for us to keep our heart up. That's what it's about. We want to keep our heart up. And so each one will bring their material. I don't know what they're talking about. I like for them to have liberty to speak on how God is leading them on what to say. And so it's just great every single time. It's great every single time. So Coach Pam, what do you have for us tonight?
I'll be speaking on plans for purpose. A plan is an intention or a decision about what you're going to do. Purpose is the reason for which something is done. Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. God's plans is so much bigger than ours. He wants us to use our talents and gifts. It may be to give a smile, encouraging word, or a hug. There's so many hurting people today, women, children, and the wise and mature Christians should be an example for the younger generations. I believe there's an identity crisis going on, and a lot of young people do not know who they are. Take a look back at the woman in the mirror and think back in your teen years. You may not knew your identity either. If we did, we would have made better choices. A lot of us had praying mothers to get us to where we are now. I hate to see teenagers going to jail, hurting themselves, or hurting others, or hurting their future. So please pray for your children, be involved in their lives, and get them the resources they need. This will help them to grow into the purpose and plans God has for them. Please know, before God formed you in your mother's womb, He knew you and your children and had a plan for you. I have a poem written by Marcus Burrell. It's called You. I was relentlessly pursuing the remedy for my cause, tiring from internal failure to obtain man's applause, empty of human efforts worked out in my mind, desperate for certain answers of no human kind, wondrously awaiting a knowing from within, ready to separate from the struggles of my end, angry and frustrated with the memory of my past, void of understanding to bring peace to me at last. Who in this hour could grant hope to me? What has been given to enable me to see? Now's your moment to ultimately adhere to the name often mentioned, but to you was unclear. Jesus is that name who shall answer you now. With love unconditional, all your pain he'll surround. From pains of your past, the suffering he will heal, and the peace he'll provide shall reveal he is real. Like a lamp at your feet, he'll show you the way through the trials of this life on your knees as you pray. As a light through darkness, he'll provide you a path. Though his enemy may come against you, his blood sprinkle your path. Each tear you shall shed, he'll preserve for that day. When you sit at eternity's table, unto you he will say, well done, my faithful servant. I present you this crown. You're the reason for my suffering. I knew you would not let me down. Thanks for listening.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Coach Pam, bringing it all the way live for season 3. Thank you so much. That was great. That was really great. I mean, it was so good that I'm like, where do I start? You know, you said a lot of powerful things. And I think about even when I was growing up, you know, when did I really come into that of knowing who I am? You know, times that I didn't know and didn't make the best decisions. And even at times still learning, I mean, I feel like it's a process. Do y'all feel like it's a journey? Like it's a process? Yeah. I feel like it's a process. Does anybody else have anything you want to share?
I just love the part of really thinking about our children and our legacy, because we can't leave a legacy if our children don't know who they are and what their purpose and what the plan is for their life. Yeah. And I just think back personally, when I was growing up, no one told me that I had a purpose or a plan. Now, I love, my parents were wonderful parents. They were God-fearing, wonderful parents. They loved me, and I know they love me, but I never realized that I truly had a purpose or a plan until I got older. And, you know, of course, it's ever evolving because it is a journey. But I know that if I really feel like if I had known that early on in my life, and it was really identified that, yes, you have a purpose. God has a plan for you. And not that they may have known it, they may not know what exactly that was and what road God had for me. Of course, they don't know that necessarily. But if I had have known, maybe some of the choices I would have made that I made early on, some of the relationships, some of the friendships, some of those things probably would have never crossed my path because I would have never chose to go that direction.
Yeah.
The value and the self-worth I would have had for myself. So I love that, Coach Pam, just that reminder that our children, even if we did not learn it growing up, that this is something that we can do for our own children. And we must do it.
Absolutely. And Rose, I think in season 2, you even did a segment on legacy, if I'm not mistaken. You know, what is that about, leaving a legacy? And that was good. But yes, Andrew, do you have anything you want to add to Coach Pam's segment?
I really enjoy the part about the purpose and the plan and really helping kids in that area. As parents, it's our responsibility to really observe our kids and see what their gifts and talents are.
Yeah.
Like before they leave the house, that is something, you know, we should be the ones building their confidence. We should be the ones saying, these are your gifts. Now, we shouldn't tell our kids this is what you better do, but we definitely should encourage them and encourage them to have that relationship with God. And so that's what stood out to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and Rose, I can also attest really quick to some of what you were saying as well. You know, I think, you know, one of the things that I was talking about this to my best friend, how it was like trying to find your way, and you know there's a way, and you kind of know right from wrong, and you've got a good upbringing, but really having that that foundation being like real solid. Not to say you're not gonna have things come up along the way or have error or whatever, but it's amazing though when you do know and there is a solid foundation, there's just more alignment. Does that make sense?
Yes.
There's just more alignment. So it doesn't take you as long. Like you'll eventually will get there, I believe, but it may not take you as long. You may not have to go through as many detours, so to speak. But yeah, Coach Pam, that was right on time. So thank you for that. Love that poem. You always bring it when you come to the Loveseat Podcast. So I appreciate that. Listen, if you are just joining us, welcome to the Loveseat Podcast. This is season 3. We are back. I am your host, Corinda Dion, and I have my beautiful co-host here. And so you're getting to know all of us so very well tonight. And we're so glad you're here because we want to keep your heart up. Yes, we do. And so with that being said, Rose, tell us, how are you loving yourself today?
Well, I am loving myself today by number one, last weekend I decided to join the gym. And now that may sound simple, but
much love.
For a few years, I just said, okay, I didn't do the gym thing, didn't work out. The job I had was really physical, what I did in my business. So I didn't feel like I needed it as much. But over the summer, I realized that I need it. And I need that outlet, but I need it because to be physically strong and just overall wellness. So I drugged my 11-year-old and said, come on, let's do this. She was all super excited about it. So tomorrow, I didn't start today, but tomorrow I meet with the trainer. And now Corinda's talking about boxing. So now I'm like, oh, Lord.
I got my
Oh, y'all trying to get us back in shape. You stepping on my toes. You stepping on my toes.
Yes.
Like,
I'm putting it out there. Right? But that's how I'm loving myself. Is really to think about what I need to do to be healthier, to be stronger, and just overall self-care. So that really leads into what I want to talk about. And I know Coach Pam is really all about doing the physical and the wellness. So, but I really wanted to bring this because self-care is really important.
It is.
And it's something that I think as women, we neglect to do. Because we're so busy caring for others and taking care of other people and nurturing. And we forget about those places and those things that we need to nurture for ourselves. So as I was doing some research on this, I saw a lot of information about self-care and self-love. And yes, we can get our nails done. Yes, we can go get a massage. Yes, we can have that girl talk. But I wanted to really look at and think about, what does God say about us loving ourselves and why that's so important? And because we judge ourselves, we criticize ourselves, we judge ourselves, we can find all the faults in ourselves, as opposed to finding all those wonderful things about ourselves that God has and how God has created us. So as I was looking at this, I really thought about how God loves us and how he loves us unconditionally. He doesn't say, let me, wait until you get it right. Wait until you're perfect. Wait until you're that size, whatever you want to be. Wait until you get that, PhD. Wait until your family's perfect. He loves us in our sin. He loves us in our mess. And that's what he is looking for. He's looking to love us where we're at. And so we don't have to be perfect. We don't have to have it all right. We don't have to, put on any airs or a mask with God, because he sees it all. He knows it all. And it's so wonderful to know that he loves us just where we're at. And when we come to the realization that God loves us that much, then it makes it so much easier for us to care for ourselves and love ourselves, no matter what the situation is, no matter what we feel like, how we think we look, because he says we are wonderfully made and we are made in his image. And because he makes no mistakes, We have to make sure that we're caring for ourselves and taking care of his temple, because we only have one.
Yeah.
So there's this really great verse. It's in Psalms, and Psalms 139, 17 and 18. I want to read that. And it says, how precious to me are your thoughts. So our thoughts are precious to God.
Mm-hmm.
God, how vast is the sum of them, were I to count them. They would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awake, I am still with you.
Mm.
So every thought, everything that is going on with us, God cares. He's concerned, and he's listening, and he's there for us. So I want to give us a couple of tips on how we can love ourselves and really love ourselves like Christ looks for us to love ourselves. The first one is we have to learn our identity in Christ. You have to know who you are in Christ. We have to know that we're victorious. We have to know that we're heirs to the throne, that our Father in heaven is our Father in heaven. He's our Abba Father.
Mm-hmm.
We have to stop comparing ourselves to others. I think this is the biggest lie. I mean, I love Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on all of them. I love it. I love the filters too, because we got on one. We was like, oh, we can filter this. Yeah, wonderful. But we can't live in a world of comparing ourselves to others. We have to love ourselves for who we are and what we are. Nurture your relationship with God. How do you nurture your relationship with God? That's through prayer, fasting, and building a relationship with him, knowing that you can go to him for any and everything. There's nothing off limits when you have that relationship with God. Steward your strengths. Find out what you're strong in and steward that. Take care of your body. Join that gym. Whatever it has to be for you. It may not be a gym. It may be walking. It may be meditation. Coach Pam, Corinda said that they were meditating. So maybe it's meditation. Whatever it is that you need to do to take care of your body. Maybe it's a 15-minute just soak in that bathtub with the Epsom salt and all that great stuff. With your
Yes.
That's what you need to take care of your body. Maybe it's a video that you can just meditate to. Be gracious to your downfalls. This one was big for me because I am my worst critic. I worked in a profession where everyone expected everything to be perfect no matter what. As a wedding planner, an event owner, venue owner, everything had to be perfect no matter what. There was no excuses. And that's how I lived my life. Yeah. God was not gracious to my downfall. Live with intention. Live on purpose with intention. Speak life. Pursue joy. And love yourself where you're at. Those are my 10 tips on how to love yourself and love yourself fully and truly.
Did y'all get the 10 tips? Don't play with me now. Did y'all? Because I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm at 7. All right. So did y'all get the 10 tips? We got to make sure we get Rose to recap.
I'll post those.
Yes. Post those 10 tips. Please do. Those were awesome. Awesome. Coach Pam, what's your thoughts? What's your feedback on that?
That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
And that comparison, they're going to ruin a person. Oh, stop comparing yourself to somebody else, because there's only one you.
That's right.
So God, when he made you, he broke the mold. So nobody has the same fingerprints or footprints. So
no, that's it.
That's
Listen,
really
audience, keep your heart up, because there is, Coach Pam said it, Rose LeConte said it tonight. There's only one you. Stop comparing yourself to others. Oh my gosh, that was good. Andrea, what spoke out to you with Rose segment?
I'm just thinking for myself. I need to get back physical. My husband keeps saying, when you gonna start working out? I'm like, well, I'm back eating healthy, because the beginning of the year work was really stressed, and so I was eating food for comfort, and I gained like 20 pounds. And then I was like, okay, this is not working. I can't get in my jeans. I can't get in my pants. I had to wear dresses. So that reminded me. So I finally, this summer, got control of my eating habits and lost the 20 pounds. I still want to lose like 10 more.
That's great.
I need to be.
I'm trying to. Great.
To the gym. Yeah, or I need to walk, something that's enjoyable, get back in the routine of doing that. And it's so important that we take care of ourselves physically, you know, making sure you go to the doctor, get those physicals, so you know what you need to work on. You know, cholesterol, high blood pressure, a lot of that stuff is popping a lot. And it's all about what you eat and being physically active. And so that's what stood out for me.
Yeah. Coach Pam, that was great. I mean, Rose, that was great. I need you to definitely post those 10 into the chat so our audience can get that. But that was absolutely phenomenal. What are you doing to take care of yourself? Self-care. Go deeper, go bigger than just some of the things that we can do or already do. What else can you do? I love how you said nurture your relationship with God. I love how you said be gracious to your downfalls. And I have to also, Rose, definitely work on that. That is a process for me because I am definitely my worst critic as well. I will write, oh my God. And that thing will stay on my mind all day. Sometimes even at night.
I won't sleep.
Yes, all my energy is being exerted.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna fix her.
I'm gonna
fix her. I'm gonna fix it.
We're gonna fix. Yes.
I'm gonna fix it.
Yes. So thank you for that, Rose Sakante. You always also bring a powerful segment and message to our audience as we keep our hearts up. And so, listen, if you're just joining us, I'm gonna tell you what I do. Even though I'm the host, I have my notepad. Of course, it's pink, you know. It's of course, but I have my notepad and pen ready, and we are just growing and developing as we learn to love ourselves freely, fully, and unconditionally. All right, moving on. I believe, Coach Pam, you have a business that you have started, you have launched. And first of all, congrats to that.
Yes.
We definitely want to take a moment to hear about your business. So Ron is going to get that up for us. So tell us about your new business.
My business is Legal Shield. What we do, we protect the family, businesses, and personal identifications. A lot of people have legal questions that arise every day. Quality law firms to cover our personal situation 24/7 for emergency situation, no matter how traumatic or trivial. And we offer over 100 services, which can include will and testaments, buying, selling homes, audits, driver license suspensions, name change, landlord disputes, identity theft, and so much more. And if you're interested in more information, please email me at pamw.prosper1@gmail.com. Or you can give me a call at 214-434-0074. Thank you.
Coach Pam, did she? See what I'm saying? Coach Pam, you holding back. Coach Pam, did you read that ad? Do y'all see what I'm saying with Coach Pam? Sometimes Coach Pam sits back, but when it's time for Coach Pam to come to the front, she comes to the front, doesn't she? I mean, that was awesome. I love it. Coach Pam, okay, tell us the number again. I was just like, listen to Coach Pam. That was awesome. And you know why I'm saying that? Because you have passion about what it is God is calling you to do in this season. You can tell by how you're talking about it that you know it, you're ready for it, and you are ready to help. I mean, I heard all of that. Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
Like you are ready. Like now is the time. So, Coach Pam, tell them the number again if they want to get in contact with you about getting services for Legal Shield.
214-434-0074.
Yes. So please be sure to connect with Coach Pam, and she will be more than willing, able, and excited to talk to you about how she can help you with the services of Legal Shield. Thank you, Coach Pam, for that. All right, ladies, we are going to move quickly. We're going to talk about I Love It or Leave It really fast. So if you are new to the Loveseat Podcast and you're just joining us, well, this is a great time to join, but you still need to go back and catch up. But we always do a love it or leave it segment where we bring up a particular topic or subject. And if you love it, we keep our hearts up. If we don't love it, we keep our hearts down. So, ladies, are you ready? Y'all ready? Tonight, we are talking about pumpkin spice. Are you all a fanatic when it comes to pumpkin spice? Everything is pumpkin now. We are in the fall season. I mean, pumpkin lattes and pumpkin muffins and pumpkin, I don't know, pies. I mean, everything's pumpkin, right? You can probably get pumpkin cupcakes and anything pumpkin now. But how do you all feel about pumpkin? Are you like crazy over pumpkin spice, or can you leave it? So if it's all about pumpkin for you, let's put your heart up. If you can leave it, you keep your heart down.
I'll say halfway.
Okay. Okay. So we got halfway. We got 2 hearts. Rose ain't showing no a half heart for Rose. All right, so we kind of I love it. It's like I'm all for pumpkin. I mean, now if I had my choice between pumpkin and sweet potato, I'm definitely going sweet potato. But I like the whole pumpkin phase. So Rose, you're not a big fan of
I don't like pumpkin spice. I do like pumpkin pie, but I prefer sweet potato over pumpkin. But I just don't like that artificial taste of that pumpkin spice. Doesn't do it.
Dang, now you got me feeling bad. It's artificial. Ain't nothing real about pumpkins. Ain't nothing real about pumpkin spice. No. Well, now.
No,
okay.
I didn't.
I ain't crazy about artificial.
Darn. It's an aftertaste.
You just busted my bubble.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Andrea, Coach Pam, real quick, y'all have any thoughts on the love it, leave it? Y'all pumpkin spice. Andrea, did you have your heart up or down? I can't remember.
I had it up. Okay. I love it. My stepmom, she did pumpkin pie. I love sweet potato. That can be sweet potato, but she made pumpkin pie. I made pumpkin cheesecakes. I love taking out the little seeds and roasting it with my students and bake them. Put some salt on them.
Okay.
And it's good for you too. So
it's good for you. Okay.
That's not the spice. That's the actual pumpkin.
Well, that is that. Yeah. But then I love pumpkin drinks and the pumpkin snacks. But I have to be very careful because I don't want to gain the weight back. But I
know. But what about all the organic stuff we seeing? That's still all artificial? Even if I get organic pumpkin creamer.
Just pick it up, look at the ingredients, read it.
Oh Lord!
If there's pumpkin on there, then it's real. It'll show.
All right.
You'll know when it's fake and when it's real.
Yeah.
I think whatever you get in the drive-through of Starbucks is probably.
Ooh, you stepping on it. Ooh, you stepping.
I love Starbucks, but I love Starbucks, but I don't do the pumpkin spice.
Ooh, Coach Pam, what you thinking? You had a half a heart.
He just bust my bubble on Starbucks. Now I like the lattes, I like the muffins, but I can't stand that pie. I can't eat pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. But you like pumpkin spice.
Cupcakes. Yeah, I like the lattes. Rose talking about the lattes, but I like some lattes. I'm glad when fall comes and they make those lattes.
Yeah, me too, Rose. All right, but we just gonna pray over the artificial.
Yes, we will.
There's even a pumpkin milkshake at Freddy's.
Oh,
interesting.
See, you gonna have me see.
But see, I can't eat that.
I can't with y'all. All right. So audience, let us know. Are you on the pumpkin frenzy? Is it all about pumpkin spice for you as fall starts? Let us know. Hearts up if you love it, hearts down if you can do without it. So we want to hear from you. All right, we are getting ready to hear from Andrea. We are so excited. She always brings it real. I don't know if she's talking about love, if she's talking about sex, marriage. I mean, we grown up here, but she brings it real when it comes to relationships, to marriage, to children. And I love every time she has her segment with us. So before she comes on, Rose, really quick, if you want to tell people how to join the challenge, the Emotional Detox Challenge, and then we're going to get right into Andrea.
Yes. So the 30-day challenge, the emotional detox, is something you definitely want to join. And you can do that by email to admin@corindadion.com. I will tell you, this is a phenomenal challenge. I myself have worked through the challenge, and it is about self-love, self-care, and just really taking that time out for yourself. And so if you want to join the challenge, make sure to sign up. Reach out to Corinda Dion at admin@corindadion.com. You will not regret it.
Ooh.
It is life changing. That's all I can say.
Thank you, Rose. So join Rose on the challenge. Join her on the challenge. And we'll be so excited for you to go through the emotional detox. If you've never done it, you need to at least do it once. Come on now. When have you ever detoxed emotionally? At least do it once. So thank you, Rose, for that. Andrea, what you got for us tonight?
So tonight I'm going to talk about parenting. And definitely talk about what a healthy family looks like. I think I've spoke on some things about being a healthy family, but wanted to point out some new things. First thing of all is showing your children that God is the center of your life. And by doing that, it's studying his word. It's, listening to the worship music. And guess what? If your child is into rap, there's rap music out. If there's alternative, if there's gospel, Christian music, anything out there, you can find the style. If it's like a R&B flow, or just research to see what type of music your child is in, and then switch it to gospel or Christian for them. The other thing is kids need to see your marriage. They need to see you going on dates. They need to see you men opening the doors for their wives, speaking positive about the husband. So those are things you want your children to see. So when they go for their relationship, they know what they're looking for in a spouse. And it doesn't mean that, as parents, you're going to be perfect, but they need to see how you function as a couple so that they can take some of those ideas. Or they might see some things like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. But just keep that in mind, that they need to see a healthy marriage. Kids need to see that they are a priority. This family is important. You do things as a family, vacations, going, having meal times, making sure you spend individual times going on mommy and son dates, or daddy, dates with the daughter. So, showing your kids are important. Okay. And then the other thing, your kids need to go to church.
Yes.
Lord.
Yes.
Say it again.
That's good.
And my pastor brought this up, that if the husbands and the men would step up and lead and go to church, that their children are more likely to go to church versus just mommy going. So it's both parents need to get in the house, and they need to see you serve it and have them to serve. Sign up for things that they can do on their level so that they can participate. Like sometimes our church will do a serve day. Hey, we're going out here. We're going to rake these leaves up for the schoolyard. We're going to make sandwiches for the homeless. Like, let your child see you participate in these church activities.
That's good.
Kids need to see you committed to your health. Being a healthy family, that means eating correctly. That means physically. Let them see you rest, take breaks. Show them that there's boundaries with people that you have to have with, like, look, you don't have to accept this behavior. This is how we're going to solve this problem. Your children need to see you have some kind of conflict so they know how to solve their problems.
Wow.
And two more, kids need to be consistent. Parents need to be consistent or discipline their child. Now, what does it mean to discipline? That means, talking to them about their behavior, talking to them about what they're doing right, praising them when they're doing it, being specific. Oh, that was a good job. No, be specific. I like the way you cleaned your room up, you made your bed up, you put it back in order, and you followed directions. You obeyed me, right? As a parent. But also, there's times you might have to spank that bottom. What does spanking look? Spanking looks in a healthy way, getting a swat or two on your butt. That is important. It's okay to do that. But I would recommend let's not hit with our hands, because our hands are for love and kindness, so they understand that. And maybe not slap in the face, but if you need to get something, you need to get that wooden spoon and hit that bottom to remind them, look, I need you to obey because of this. And when they do make a mistake, take the time after you gave the spanking. Look, you did this wrong. Now you need to repent, and we need to pray about this. Ask forgiveness about what you did. So they get in the habit when they become an adult. Okay, I did something wrong. I need to go before the Lord and ask for forgiveness. And so that is important. And then kids need to see the spirit of overcomers. Let your child see you go through storms, talk about those storms, and show that you overcome them, so that they know, hey, you going to have some trials. You're going to go through some storms. But look, just stay the course, have faith, and, just bring it up to them. So I had to switch my job this summer. It was stressing me out. And I was telling my son I had to leave the job. I was getting sick. I was like, this is not healthy, Ethan. So let me tell you, okay, God removed me from that place. I took a break this summer, rest. And then he found me another job. And I was telling him why was this job a lot better than versus the other job, because I was telling him it's not always going to be easy. And he's learning that now that he has his little part-time job. And he's like, Mom, I really don't want to do this. Well, you don't want to do this, so we got to find something better. So talk about those experiences. And that's it.
Ma'am.
Good.
Ma'am.
Yes.
I told y'all. Andrea, that was so good.
It was good.
That was so much. That was so much.
Yeah.
Okay, Ron, I'm gonna tell you now. We might run over just a little bit. Just okay. Extend a little grace to just a little bit. That was so good. And even though I don't have children. I have not birthed children. But even as an auntie and as a godmommy, I mean, this was good stuff that I can still plant that seed and make sure these things that you talked about. I can still plant that seed even in that capacity. That was so good. Okay, y'all. Rose, you go first. What you got?
I don't know where to start because it was just so good. It's so foundational that it's how we should build our family structure.
Yeah.
And it's a great reminder to even those that may have started that way and now they're off track. But I really just like just how it focuses on the wellness of your child, and our children are sponges, and what we put into them is what they hold on to. That's what a sponge does.
Absolutely.
And so if we're not putting those good things into them, then what are they holding on to? And one of the things that you said, and it was like, wow, I didn't even realize how important that was, or how impactful what it is, was the music. So my daughter, every morning we had the praise and worship on in the car. And one morning my pastor called, and the phone call came through the phone, the car, the car stereo.
Yeah.
And she said, he's interrupting our praise and worship time. I said, well, decline.
You declined the good. You declined
the pastor.
So he interrupted our praise and worship time.
Rose, did you decline the pastor?
He probably watching too.
I'm done. I'm so
Give me a look.
That's right. Forgive me. Coach Pam, are you going to decline the bishop? You going?
Depends. Just depends. What I'm doing.
Oh God!
Boundaries.
Oh God! Y'all, Coach Pam is a member of Bishop Jake's church, so I had to throw that. I couldn't help myself. So go ahead, Rose. Go ahead, Rose. I'm sorry.
But things like that are so important.
It is.
To be able to, and feel that early. That's how we start our day.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we start our day, and then we get to school and we do I either pray with her, or we do an affirmation. I make sure I tell her how beautiful she is, how smart she is. Mm-hmm. So always instilling those values, and then when she comes home, being able to see. Not that we're perfect, because no marriage, no family is perfect, but being able to see, even if there's something that there's some tension, that there can be tension, but we can say sorry, we can love each other and forgive and move forward. So really, it was all so good, Andrea. I just think that yeah. I don't.
It was so good. It was so good.
So good.
So full. Coach Pam, what's your thought?
I don't know what to say. It was so good. And I know, doing all those things, you're really trying to keep your child safe and make good decisions when they grow up.
Yeah.
I really like the part about showing that how you overcame stuff. The parents demonstrating that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I love the discipline too.
That discipline. Did y'all get
you training your child, especially
I didn't get many, but I got them.
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't get many, but I
didn't get many. I was a pretty good child, but I didn't get many. I can count on one hand, but I did get them.
But if you get them when they're young, you won't have to get them when they're older.
That's so true. Now I know some people when they got whoopings, they had to take everything off. Now I at least could have some layers on. I ain't some layers. Woo, child. But listen, and see how we cut up. We cut up here on the Loveseat Podcast. But no, that was so good, Andrea. That was so good and so full. And I would love for you to also come back and talk about even how do you bring unity when two parents have two different styles of parenting? Like how do you make that work? Because I think that's something that definitely is a topic of conversation. There might be a parent that they don't believe in getting that wooden spoon, right? Or that belt, we got the belt, but they don't believe in that, or they believe in timeout, or that kind of thing. But how do you even bridge that gap when there are differences, even in that? So, but maybe one of our shows you can kind of dive a little deeper.
Yeah, because me and my husband, one of us is the disciplinary.
Oh,
the other one is never spank.
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
You need to think about what do you think? I would do the spanking, or my husband would do the spanking?
I think you're the disciplinary.
I think you are.
I think you are. Are we right or wrong? Rose,
You're right.
You're right. You're the disciplinary. Coach Payne, did you think she was, or her husband?
She was.
I think she was too. Like, listen, Andrea, you are sweet as pie, but I think there is a don't get it twisted.
Don't mess with me. Not today.
Not today. Listen. Yeah, you the disciplinary. I can see that all day. I can see that. Oh,
you know what,
gosh.
Andrea, one thing you said, I just came back to me when you said talked about the man going to church.
Yeah.
And it being an example. And that's probably why we don't have young men in church, is because if you don't see your father doing it, how are you to know that you're supposed to do it as a leader and the head of the house?
Yeah.
With so many families being single parent homes and a man not being in the home, how would that young boy grow up knowing that that's an expectation from the man when he doesn't see the man doing it? So that's something that it just hit me that is so important as our young men are growing up.
Yes.
That was really good if someone missed that.
That was good. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are like out of time. I want to stay on Ron's good side. we are out of time, but we cannot close out tonight before we have our love tip for the evening. We always end with our love tip for the evening. But Andrea, thank you so much. Awesome. Much love. We definitely are keeping our hearts up from that segment tonight on parenting. Thank you for that. Coach Pam, you are closing us out with our love tip for the evening. So what do you got for us?
I have a quote by Amanda Gorman. She said, "For there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it."
Ooh. There is always light. Okay, say that part again one more time. I'm going to get that.
There is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if we're only brave enough to be it.
That's a wrap.
Need a light.
We dropping the mic on that. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Loveseat Podcast. We have just launched season 3 and it has been phenomenal. We do apologize. I don't know if we apologize, but have compassion. We did go over tonight, but we hope that something was said that truly has encouraged you. And we're keeping your heart up. That's what we do here at the Loveseat Podcast. I definitely want to thank all of my co-hosts, Andrea Hayes, Rose LaConte, Coach Pam, for just being the phenomenal woman that they are. Thank you for just sharing your segments with us tonight, sharing how we can grow, how we can develop, and how we do that all for the sake in the name of love. Absolutely. So I am your host, Corinda Dion. Be sure to join us next month. We will be back October the 30th. Yes, October the 30th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to join us. We cannot wait to see you then. Until next time, learn to love yourself freely, unconditionally, and fully. And as always, keep your heart up. Good night.
Right.